The gleaming chrome and glass of Wu Tower pierced the bruised Manhattan sky, a monument to ambition that scraped against the heavens. Inside, Olivia Chen steeled herself, her heart a leaden weight in her chest. Each step she took across the polished marble felt like walking on shards of glass. She was about to sign away her past, her marriage, a chapter of her life she had once believed would last forever. Her simple dress felt inadequate in this world of power suits and silent judgment, mirroring the weariness etched onto her face. She was the last person anyone in Wu Tower expected to see willingly walk away from it all. But walk away she must. Hello, dear viewer. Thank you for joining us. If Olivia's story already tugs at your heartstrings, be sure to like this video, share it with someone who appreciates stories of resilience and second chances, and subscribe to our channel for more unforgettable tales of love and transformation. Let us know in the comments, what are your hopes for Olivia as she steps into Wu Tower? Now let's witness the pivotal moment that changes everything as we delve deeper into this deeply moving story. The revolving doors of Wu Tower whispered Olivia into a different world, a world of polished steel, hushed reverence, and the scent of something expensive she couldn't quite place, like crushed orchids and ambition. Her simple navy dress, the one she'd carefully chosen for its understated dignity, felt suddenly threadbare under the judging gaze of the chrome and glass. She clutched the worn leather strap of her purse, the familiar softness a small comfort against the building's aggressive modernity. Even the security guard, a kindly-faced man with eyes that crinkled at the corners despite the gravity of his uniform, offered a glance that held more than professional courtesy. It was a flicker of something akin to pity, quickly masked, but Olivia caught it. He knew. They all knew. Word traveled like wildfire in these gilded cages. She tightened her grip on Sophie's hand. Her daughter, a small island of sunshine in this ocean of corporate gray, skipped a little to keep up. Mr. Panda clutched tightly under her arm. His felt fur, faded from countless bedtime stories and tearful hugs, was a stark contrast to the cool, impersonal surfaces of the lobby. "Mommy, why is your makeup running?" Sophie's question, innocent and piercing as only a 6-year-old's could be, snagged at Olivia's carefully constructed composure. She blinked rapidly, willing the fresh wave of tears to recede. It's just the rain, sweetie." Silly rain. Outside, the Manhattan sky was a bruised purple, threatening another downpour to match the storm inside her. Sophie's brow furrowed, a miniature replica of her father's when he was concentrating. "But it's not raining in here, Mommy." The innocent question was a shard of glass twisting in Olivia's heart. "Why is your makeup running?" The echo reverberated through the corridors of her memory, pulling her back to another time, another place, a lifetime ago it seemed. Washington Square Park, autumn leaves swirling like confetti around their feet. A street musician strumming a melancholic melody on a worn guitar, a shared hot dog, cut in half, devoured with youthful abandon. And Alex, his dark eyes crinkling with laughter, noticing a smudge of mascara beneath her eye. "Hey," he'd murmured, his thumb gently wiping away the imperfection. "Why is your makeup running, Olivia Chen?" "Because you make me laugh so hard." "Alex Wu," she'd retorted, her heart soaring with a lightness she hadn't known existed before him. He was an escape, a rebellion, a whispered promise of a life beyond the confines of her family's expectations, beyond the endless shifts at the Golden Dragon, beyond the weight of responsibility that had settled on her young shoulders like a permanent burden. He'd grinned, that devastatingly charming, slightly reckless grin that had stolen her breath away countless times. "Then I guess I'll just have to keep making you laugh, forever, forever." The word mocked her now, a cruel phantom in the sterile air of Wu Tower. Forever had lasted 5 years, 2 months, and 17 days of marriage. Forever had ended in whispered accusations, slammed doors, and the cold, hard reality of irreconcilable differences. A euphemism for the chasm that had grown between their worlds. A chasm carved out by ambition, family pressure, and the relentless pursuit of a dream that had become a nightmare. "Olivia?" A voice, sharp and devoid of warmth, sliced through her reverie. Catherine Chen, chief legal officer of Wu Tech, stood before her, a sleek obsidian figure in a power suit that could intimidate nations. Her face, impeccably made up, was a mask of professional impatience. "We really must get started. Mr. Wu is waiting." Olivia blinked, dragging herself back to the present, back to the gleaming, suffocating reality of Wu Tower. She managed a tight, brittle smile. "Of course, Miss Chen. Forgive me." She gently steered Sophie forward, the little girl's hand trusting and warm in hers. Catherine's gaze flickered dismissively towards Sophie, then back to Olivia, her expression softening infinitesimally, a fleeting crack in the ice. "I understand this must be difficult." It was the closest Catherine had ever come to acknowledging Olivia as anything other than an obstacle. Difficult. It was an understatement of epic proportions. It was like saying the Pacific was damp. It was the polite, corporate-approved term for soul-shattering, life-altering, gut-wrenching agony. Catherine gestured towards a set of imposing mahogany doors. "If you'll come this way." Olivia nodded, her throat tight with unshed tears. She walked forward, Sophie trotting faithfully beside her, Mr. Panda's button eyes staring blankly ahead. As they disappeared behind the heavy doors, the last rays of the Manhattan sunset, a fiery, defiant orange bleeding into the bruised purple sky, streamed through the panoramic windows of the Wu Tower lobby. It was a breathtaking spectacle, a final glorious farewell to a day that had begun with the promise of forever, and was ending in a flood of tears and the stark finality of a signature on a piece of paper. Olivia didn't turn back to look. She couldn't. The forever she knew was already gone, swallowed by the shadows of Wu Tower and the relentless ambition that had consumed everything she held dear. Washington Square Park in 2014 was a symphony of youthful exuberance and autumnal hues. Crimson and gold leaves released from their branches by the crisp October wind danced in swirling eddies around the fountain, mirroring the giddy flutter in Olivia's chest. She was late again, perpetually running behind schedule in her chaotic dance between NYU classes and endless shifts at the Golden Dragon, her family's bustling but perpetually cash-strapped restaurant in Chinatown. He was already there, leaning against the base of the Washington Arch, a figure of quiet intensity amidst the park's vibrant chaos. Alex. Even his name felt like a stolen breath, a secret whispered in the hush of her heart. He was studying economics at NYU, a world away from her own literature major, yet they'd found each other, two solitary souls drawn together by an invisible thread in the vast, indifferent city. He was an escapee, she would later learn, a rebel, prince who had traded the gilded cage of his Shanghai dynasty for the messy, exhilarating freedom of New York. His family, titans of industry in China, had envisioned a different future for him, a future paved with corporate steel and filial obedience. But Alex craved something more, something real, something that resonated with the restless, yearning spirit she recognized in herself. Olivia, for her part, was running towards something too, but also running from something. From the suffocating expectations of her parents, who saw her education as a ticket out of poverty, a means to a respectable, predictable life. From the endless pressure to contribute to the family restaurant, to translate menus for tourists, to soothe her mother's anxieties about unpaid bills. Alex was a breath of fresh air, a glimpse into a world where dreams weren't just whispered wishes, but audacious plans, spoken aloud under the vast New York sky. Their courtship was a whirlwind of stolen moments amidst the relentless rhythm of city life. Late-night study sessions fueled by cheap coffee and shared dreams in Bob's library. Picnics in Central Park, the city's green lung offering a temporary respite from the concrete jungle. Passionate debates about literature and philosophy in smoky village cafes, their voices blending with the clatter of cups and the murmur of conversations in a dozen different languages. They were both immigrants in their own way, even though Olivia had been born in America. She was an immigrant in her own family, straddling two cultures, two worlds, never fully belonging to either. Alex, freshly arrived from Shanghai, was navigating a new language, a new culture, a new set of unspoken rules. They found solace in each other, a shared understanding of what it meant to be adrift and yearning, to be building a new life from scratch in a city that both embraced and devoured you whole. Their wedding was a small, defiant act of love.